Are there any drugs in this house?
If there are, you better find them and give them to me immediately. Ooh, drugs in the house. Wrong time.
Yeah, all right. That's good. So, yeah. Isaac, a couple weeks ago, like probably a few weeks ago, there was a snowstorm. And I hit up Isaac to see if he had got weed before the snowstorm. Yo, I hope you're trolling. I hope you're trolling me, and I hope that you have weed, my nigga. Please, because you don't. Yo, I'm gonna die. Yo, I'm gonna fucking die into a death. Yo, you have no like planning skills or like at all. Like even when it comes to something like drugs, like even when it comes to like it's like so I could find out, and I was like, please tell me you didn't get weed, so I could laugh. And he did it, and I was crying.
This nigga was having a ball.
I was on mushrooms too, so it was like I was having. Yeah, I was.
He was wallowing in my misery.
I wasn't wallowing in it. I was just reveling in it. Reveling in your misery. Yeah. He was. It was fun. Yeah. It was fun that
he was having a kick out of it.
It was fun that things were going bad for him. And then
typical.
And then he said something about getting a PlayStation. And I'm like, my nigga.
Add me.
I'm like, nigga, you need to get shut up, you suck. You're not good at any games.
69.
You're not good at any games. You're not good at any games.
PS4.
You're not good at any games.
Isaac.
But I'm like, bro. How about before you do that?
69.
I was like, bro, how about before you do that? How about you get a motherfucking laptop?
And I did.
Yeah.
Which I got the laptop.
That was me getting to my point. He got a laptop.
I did.
He bought a scale.
And I did.
So he stopped getting gypped.
I bought a bong.
So he
upgraded. I downloaded the new update.
He followed it.
I finally got the update.
He's finally following. Because he was like so adamant about, this is the thing that pissed me off. This is what really made me mad. Let me tell you what really made me mad. This motherfucker goes, I'll get the money. I'll go to Best Buy. I'm like, nigga, why the fuck would you go to Best Buy? I'm like, he's like, what? I like an interpersonal interaction with people. Shut the fuck up, nigga. There's no point. I said, stores are for rubes. That's what stores are for now.
Stores are for what?
Rubes.
The fuck is a rube?
A fucking a gullible person. Yeah, a rube. A person who doesn't get anything. A lady who walks in and goes, I'm looking for one of those 4K TVs. Do you guys have a good one, you think? Yeah, this one right here, ma'am. $4,000. Is that a good price? Actually, it's a pretty good price. Okay. That's you, dummy. Rather than just go online and get the shit for cheap and get the shit that you need. Like, no, he wants to go to Best Buy.
But I did get it online.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's starting to. I adapted
and I prevailed.
You didn't prevail. You know what? Wait.
Let
me tell you.
Okay.
Talking about faux victories. Talk about fake prevailing. This motherfucker.
I got my scale.
This motherfucker. You don't
weigh my shit.
You have no skills. Oh, I do. Oh, scale. Yeah, you have a scale. You have no skills. This motherfucker says, "Shut up."
And the scale.
Shut the fuck up. This motherfucker says,
I don't do scale though.
Yo, shut up. Damn, my nigga. This nigga made me fucking forget what I was gonna say. Fucking asshole. Oh yeah, now I remember. This fucking idiot. He goes, fucking, damn, what the fuck was I, the fucking, see? Skills. Yo, you know what's funny? You know why he got a scale? Because I made a great point to him. I was like,
Snitched on me.
I was like, nigga.
He snitched on me last episode.
I was like, I'm snitching on you again. I was like, nigga, you need to just get a fucking scale. I was like, but then again, it don't matter if you ain't gonna call the nigga back when the shit's short. That nigga was tight. He didn't say shit for minutes.
It just said minutes. She just said read.
No, we were in I was sitting next to you. Nigga said sat on red. No. Yeah, you sat on red in real life. Nigga was just sitting there and didn't say shit for minutes. I said, you know you gotta call back and say though, this shit's short, bro. Look, Isaac, he gonna be like, yo, bro, I don't mean to bother you, but the shit you gave me was only 20 grams. Sorry, I know you're probably sleeping, but I don't mean to ruin your nap. But Yo, you are not good today.
I am not.
You're not. What is wrong with you?
You see, I was like sleeping in here.
Yo, did you really smoke too much weed?
No.
This nigga bought an ounce and like, again, yo, what, this is the shortest time you ever smoked that? I was like, nigga, a day. Fuck. This nigga's like, this nigga get retarded. Nigga get retarded off drugs, my nigga. Like she's supposed to be an enhancer, nigga. For this nigga's a dampener, nigga. Bring this nigga down, nigga, wet blanket style. It's cool.
Moist blankets.
I'm trying to remember.
I said moist blankets, niggas.
It's a deep beat. It's where you sleep. So, I was trying to think of a movie to watch. Came across a few. And I decided that we're going to watch. We might not watch the whole thing because it is a long movie.
It's a fucking long.
Shut the fuck.
I questioned it when he pulled this up.
It doesn't matter. If we had to stay here for 3 hours to watch this movie and do the thing, you would do it. You have to.
I would.
You don't have a choice.
I would. I don't got.
Where you gonna go?
I don't have a car.
Yeah, where you gonna go?
I can't leave.
You gonna walk home?
I would, but
in this cold, nigga, go outside. It's colder. Fucking moron. But anyway, 1999. As far as sports movies go, I wouldn't say it's a classic, but it's pretty iconic. It's an iconic sports movie. It's 1999's Any Given Sunday. I believe it's directed by either Brian De Palma or who's the other guy? The guy who directed fucking Godfather.
Mario.
Mario Puzo's the guy with the book. He said Mario. Yeah, Mario from Nintendo directed fucking. He said, "Oh, you're gonna get a shot now." Oh yes, this is a good scene. Your father gonna get a shot in the street, and you're not gonna do nothing about it.
That shit pissed me off.
Fucking fuck. It's on the tip of my tongue. No, motherfucker, the director. No, my nigga, it's fucking the director of Godfather, my nigga. Wow, it's taking a long time for you to look this up.
Because the fucking internet.
It's I'll look it up. Jeez.
Francis Coppola.
Francis Ford Coppola. Six said Francis Coppola. No one calls him that. Everyone calls him Francis Ford Coppola. Everybody says all three names. You didn't know that? You never heard of him?
I heard of
Yo! Don't smoke if you're gonna be coughing the whole time. Damn, nigga, that's a lot to cut out. Fuck, this guy is annoying. Anyway, Any Given Sunday, starring Al Pacino, Cameron, what's her name? Carmen Diaz. Cameron Diaz. Carmen Electra. Cameron Electra. And also starring LT, Lawrence Taylor, as basically playing himself. Just coked out monster. That's what he was when he played football on the field. Jamie Foxx is in this. And LL Cool J. It's starting with a quote. The movie starts with a quote, but it's like a quote that's like two paragraphs long. But it's a quote by Vince Lombardi. We all know who Vince Lombardi is, right, Isaac?
Can you explain?
Shut up. This nigga doesn't even know who Vince Lombardi is. When they win the Super Bowl, it's called the Lombardi Trophy. So that lets you know how important, pivotal he was in it. It opens on the pigskin, laying still on the gridiron. The laces faced up. The center grabs the ball. He points it upward. Hands down in 3 and 4 point stances. Ready! Set! Yeah, part of this movie is about this white aging quarterback. They're trying to get in a new young, fucking triple threat fucking quarterback, young, black, fast.
It's a beast.
Gang! He just got mobbed. Don't you see he's hurt? Don't you see he's hurt out there? Come on! We're playing football! Yeah, fucking, she's like the owner of the team or something. Like, she's like Jeannie Buss. Like the lady who owns the Lakers. She inherited the team from her father or something. And Al Pacino, I'm the coach. Okay. I'm the coach.
You're on my team.
You're on my team. You play for my team.
Everybody here is on the team.
Everybody here's on my team. It's my team. I run it the way I want.
Oh, shit.
I'm Serpico. Oh, that's the director right there. His name is not. That's not Brian De Palma or Francis Ford Coppola. That's fucking the other guy. Who's the dude fucking who does this stuff? He does like political patriotic movies. He directed Natural Born Killers. Let me look it up because Isaac is a piece of shit. Shut up. There go LT. He like got coke up his nose right then. The first scene, they're like the camera's like right up his nose, and it's like some white shit in his nose.
Get up,
Oh, Oliver Stone. That's his name. That's the director, Oliver Stone.
I have to get a picture for you. You that old? Wait. Come on, I should be. Get flat on my suit.
Yeah, let's all give a round of applause. This thing doing anything. What up? Yeah, that's what we're doing. Oh, nah, he doesn't want to look weak. He wants to walk up the field on his own. Go out on your feet, bro.
I get that.
If you can.
Exactly.
I mean, don't be stupid. If you can't walk.
I'm about to say, it seems like you can't.
No, he's getting, he wants to go out.
He's forcing himself to.
His back is killing him. Something's gonna be wrong with his disc. They're gonna say it's like a disc.
His
disc. No, it's his back. It's something with his disc. Shattered? Organs shattered like bones. Good. Great. Oh, Jim Brown in here too. I'm on it, God damn it. That's how I used to be talking to Bill Parcells. I'm on it, goddammit.
It's worse than that, Kev. Tyler Cherubini is not throwing for a first down all season.
Oliver Stone actually is not a bad commentator. This is usually what happens when they put in the backup quarterback. Sack, fumble, touchdown. Now he's hurt, and now Jimmy Fox gets to go because he's the third string quarterback.
I've not seen this since
He basically gonna be playing like he's Lamar Jackson out there, man. You know what I mean? Or it's 1999, so more like Michael Vick playing like a video game. You got me in on. So what? He was having dog fights at a house that was in his name. Yeah, I don't care either. That's why they shouldn't have put him in jail or some stupid shit like that. You got motherfuckers doing less time for fucking touching kids than this nigga did for fucking killing some fucking dogs. Who cares? Fuck dogs. And he's from Virginia. That's just what they do. Beaming, really beaming. Got the girl screaming. He wasn't expected to get in, man, but you're supposed to stay ready. That's how you're always supposed to be ready. Stay ready, stay vigilant. Because you never know when you might go in the game, baby. I need you to go in the game, Willie. Wake up, Beeman. Smell the coffee. Woo-ah. What other some other oh, you can tell him, say hello to my little friend. So yeah, holding the football. What are some other Al Pacino quotes? Fucking, that's my family, K, not me. He made him an offer that he couldn't refuse. He told him either his signature would be on that contract or his brain would be on that contract, K. You fucking ski fools, 22 Tomcat. He about to puke. He got nervous and threw up all over the field.
Jamie Foxx, bro.
His name's not Jamie Foxx. His name is Willie Beeman. We got the girl screaming. Willie Beeman.
I gotta get in a 3-point stance and you vomit, nigga.
I gotta get in a 3-point stance and you gonna vomit, nigga? That was a good line. That's gonna be a long day, right? But sometimes that fight or flight, you fly. Nah, I was. Never mind. He didn't pass it, it was a handoff. Oh, that's a late hit, man. I get what he's doing, like Oliver Stone is trying to do. Like, he's doing a lot with the... Is that Hines Ward? Fucking Hines Ward, but he was in, what's it too? He was in The Dark Knight as a football player. But I get what Oliver Stone's trying to do. Trying to, like, make the camera angles seem like, you know, when you're really on the field and, like, shaky and zooming, weird zooms and weird angles. And this shit is too much. And he's trying to convey the pressure, the stress. Oh, there we go. That's how it happens, bro.
The guy knows the basic package, but he's only taking a few snaps.
Exactly.
Hey! She gonna kiss me. She get your hand out my ass.
He got under the guard. Put his hands on his balls. That's why I never play center. Fuck that. Willie Beeman. Fling that shit, bruh. Intercepted! That's how it goes. You put it in that rookie? Or that third string quarterback? Every once in a while, you have a second string quarterback who will come out of nowhere, steal the job, and either get a great job with a different team because of his performance taking over for a hurt guy, or he'll actually take over. You know what I mean? Like a Tom Brady kind of situation. But third string dude, he can have a good game, but that shit don't last.
We made this shit real fucking simple.
Just a couple quarts low. I need an oil change, Madman.
What am I next when you're fucking not? I need some Vicodin. I need some psychotherapy. I need some settling nuts. I need some Vicodin.
Yeah, you're gonna play football on Vicodin, bro?
Get the shot. What about Horny? He's really in pain. He wants Demerol. Demerol? No, you think I'm gonna end up in ice in Siberia? I don't think so. Maybe I can take some.
Maybe I could give him some Demerol.
You're okay. It's just a bruise. No real
Bruise?
No.
Something's definitely wrong here. What? It's just killing me, man.
That disc, you slipped the disc.
Full pipes, man. I gotta go, man. Cold water.
Somebody talking about the shit on the floor?
Out of the way.
He kicked the kicker off the toilet. He said, "Get the fuck out of here. You're a kicker." Wow. Really? They got to stand in there with the fucking IVs while he takes a shit?
Sit down. Come on, listen up. Why do you guys think we worked the blitz package all week?
Because they're gonna blitz. Duh.
2.
Who's ready to play?
In one half of football. Because our line couldn't pick up a backside bandit on max protection. All week long, we work on the calls. Over again. You gotta keep your head on a swivel, man. You gotta... We roll up those outside.
That's the worst thing a coach can say. It's like, nigga, duh. Gotta keep your head on a swivel out there. It's like, yeah, I know. People are trying to hit me and tackle me.
Whenever you're getting advice and you're announcing and you're saying shit that's very obvious.
Okay.
It's a bad sign.
Like everything you ever said in your life?
Yeah. Exactly. My point over.
Because you're pretty fucking annoying.
See? Yeah.
This nigga is like, keep your head on a swivel out there. Okay? You never know what might happen. Serpico. You ever seen Serpico?
No.
Where Al Pacino plays an undercover cop in the 70s. So he's like trying to dress like a hippie freak and like he's trying to dress like bohemian and like all these different like kind of like, you know, like how people used to dress.
You're a hippie.
You're a hippie. I'm a hippie. Who's got the acid? I'm trying to drop tabs. Who knows where I could find Sid Vicious? Okay. Hey, do you guys ever listen to Jefferson Airplane? One pill makes you taller, the other pill makes you small. The other pill that mother gives you doesn't do anything at all. Remember that song? That was about drugs. You guys ever listen to Hendrix? Can you imagine this nigga being undercover? Hey, I'm a blood. Come on, guys. Let's do some gangbanging and sell some prostitutes. He could only work undercover in the mafia. And even then, they would find him out ASAP. Come on, we're all in the mafia.
I really want to do some Al Pacino impressions, but I'm not even going to attempt it.
Why? Do it. The fuck else are we doing here? Why else did we convene?
I can't do it. I can't do it. Because whatever you sound like.
Listen, there are like 5 Al Pacino impressions you could do. He had 5 different voices. Yeah. Okay. Now that doesn't really count because he's a white guy. He's a white guy playing a Cuban doing just like an accent.
He's a minority. Playing a fucking minority, which
not really.
Minority.
They don't consider Italians.
As minorities.
Italians are considered they're not considered minorities.
Well, they're minorities, but they don't get treated as minorities.
They're not considered minorities. But anyway, they're considered just white. in this country. They worked hard to be considered just white. But anyway,
by hating my people.
Yeah, and hating everyone else. Yeah, but so but you gonna do like soft spoken Pacino like he used to be. That and then he started getting a little more gruff like Serpico and Dog. That's what I'm saying. And you also didn't see Dog Day Afternoon.
Nah.
Dog Day Afternoon is a movie about a real story. It's a real thing that happened in the 70s where a guy, him and his boyfriend, tried to rob a bank, right? So he could get a sex change for his boyfriend. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a real thing that happened.
Wow. Hey.
Yeah, but Dog Day Afternoon, it's a good movie though. It's a good movie. I mean, it's Al Pacino trying to help his friend out. Trying to help his boyfriend get hey, my boyfriend's got a penis. I want it to be a vagina. Is that so bad? They're gonna invert it. They show me how they're gonna do surgery. They're gonna cut it off and then like stuff it in there. And they're gonna turn the balls into labia. Or whatever they do, I don't know.
I haven't seen it.
Then you have then you have Al Pacino from this, like a movie like this, and from Devil's Advocate. You never see Devil's Advocate?
No.
I'm the devil! Hello! Yeah, and I'm gonna get you to sell your soul. He basically plays the devil who's trying to get the soul of this lawyer.
Yo, Al Pacino as the devil.
Yes.
And Morgan Freeman as God from the other movies.
Oh yeah, that was dumb. Talking about Bruce Almighty and shit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, Morgan Freeman has a pretty. That'd be a good movie. You got evil versus the armies of heaven versus the armies of hell, and the leader of the armies of heaven is like soft-spoken Morgan Freeman.
You always were funny, Bruce.
Well, everyone just go down there and do your best. I can't do a Morgan Freeman.
Do your best.
I can't. Yeah, I can't really do a Morgan Freeman. He just doesn't. He has a narration voice.
Narration.
But him, and then you got the devil. Okay, where are all my demons at?
You gotta hold on to that fury. Yeah, that's the last thing to go. That's the final hiding place. It's the final fig leaf.
You guys got your pitchforks ready?
Why is this guy so soft-spoken?
See, it's like, no, it doesn't work with this. I tried it. I say hello to my little friend is in football. It didn't work. It just doesn't work with this. With this, you gotta, hello. You gotta do that kind of Al Pacino. See how he's talking right now? Listen, head on a swivel.
Linebackers, beam in. All your side adjustments. Understand?
Do you know any side adjustments?
But you gotta be.
Look off that route. Look at my hair plugs. My hair plugs are standing up because I'm so upset. He got wild hair plugs in this movie.
This is what we gotta do here.
He got that wild hair plugs.
I don't know, you gotta do something.
He touches his head a lot in this movie too. I think he just got them. I think they're new.
You gotta make it happen. I don't know what you're doing. You gotta stop flying around.
This nigga's just, one of the niggas in line is just staring at a power bar. Sad.
Clock on us. Look, when we put it in the box, you gotta jam those receivers. I don't care. If you make mistakes, make them big. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna eat your lunch for that. Just don't fuck around all day like pussies at a pea party. We're only down by 3. We can win this one.
Why this nigga?
Down by 8.
LL Cool J's character is like the
You win this one.
LL Cool J's character is like the fucking like old fucking jaded asshole veteran who's just trying to get his. And they came into the locker room for halftime. He's like, put your shades on. It's like, what? It's halftime. We were just out there playing. You put your shades on?
What the hell are you doing, Jay?
I didn't want you to be the only pussy with his hand raised, coach, so I figured I'd help you out.
Oh, that was a good joke that I just talked over.
I'm sick and tired of this. Are you? Because if you're not, raise your hand. Come on. If you're going to act like a loser, raise your hand.
If you can act like pussy, raise your hand. What the hell are you doing, Jay?
I didn't want you to be the only pussy with his hand raised, coach, so I figured I'd help you out.
Ha 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 ha, he's the veteran, he's the icebreaker, ha ha ha.
Okay. Gentlemen.
Look at my teeth, they're so yellow.
My teeth are so yellow from smoking a lot of cigarettes in my trailer. I've been smoking weed with Jamie Foxx. Now, Jamie Foxx does great impressions of almost everyone.
Really?
Yes. Look online. Just go on YouTube and type in Jamie Foxx interview, like any of his recent interviews. He does Denzel so well.
I'll grab your hand and you play me. Yeah. Hey.
You get your fucking hands off me.
Especially the Denzel's face. Masterful. He does a good DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio told me one day, he says, you know what, pal, you know how I'm scared of? I said, Denzel, buddy. Because he looks like he really knows that shit. Like, he looks like he'll fucking tear your trachea out or some shit up.
He does a good Pacino from when he worked with Pacino.
Fighting, you ride.
He does a good everybody. Jamie Foxx, Jamie Foxx is legit. He is legit. He can actually, he's had, like, don't get me wrong, his only, like, real role that made, like, was knockout good to me was when he played Ray Charles. You know what I mean? That was the only, like, really knockout from. Oh, and when he played Bundini, whatever his name is.
Bundini.
Yeah, fucking Ali. Ali had a manager. He was either his manager or his ring, or his corner man. His name was Bundini, something Bundini, and he did a great job in that too. In that movie Ali, where and actually Will Smith did a great job too as Ali. That movie Ali, he did it. You really? No. He did a good job. Will Smith did a good job. But yeah, Jamie Foxx is legit. Also watch his roundtables. Like, they do like these actor. Shut the fuck up. They do these actor roundtables where, like, they have actors sit down and they, like, talk about the craft of acting and all this other, thespian bullshit, right? And they sit down, and Jamie Foxx has been on a couple of them. Hilarious. So funny. So great. Did a great job. Like, and just, he made it fun. You know what I mean? Because, like, there was one, like, all, like, the serious dramatic actors, and it was just so, it was so pretentious.
I can only imagine.
And you know who was the worst? You know who was the worst one, honestly?
Can we get, like, a cast list?
You know who was the worst one? Was Shia LaBeouf. Really? Shia LaBeouf was the worst one. Because, like, he was, like, being, like, so, like, like, this art form, it's, like, this thing that, like, it really, like, it transcends,
God.
all that kind of talk, like, that kind of, like, buzzword, jargony, Hollywood jargon shit. And it was just, like, and I think it was, like, an older actor. I think it might have been Pacino or De Niro. I think it was De Niro. And I don't think De Niro's into that kind of shit. I think he looks at it like, yeah, I prepare, I do a little bit of method here and there, but for the most part, I just do the work. You know what I mean? I do the material that's given to me. I don't think he really takes it that serious in that way. And then, like, and he's like, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Shia LaBeouf was, like, asked about his process. And he's like, I just go there and I just act. I just do. He's like, yeah, but you don't, like, prepare. He's like, I mean, I guess a little, but not. You know what I mean? Like, Shia wanted, like, this whole, like, Svengali kind of, like, yes, and I make sure that I open myself up to all inspirations. And no, nigga, he's just doing a job. You're the fool over here acting like this shit is like you're gonna change the world. Don't get me wrong though. That movie was good. Shia LaBeouf movie that he made about him and his dad living in
I've heard you talk about it, but
it's called Honey Boy. It's really good. You should watch it. It's really good. Especially if you have a dad. Watch it if you have a dad. It's a good movie for if you have a dad. It might not really resonate with a guy like Isaac, but if you have a dad, no, I'm just joking. This music sounds like Blade. You suck, kids.
Just had surgery on his lower back, and I'm told he could make it back by playoffs.
What's wrong with it?
She's up in the skybox watching the game, listening to, like, fucking opera.
You can only get better.
Would I fuck her?
And you don't have to worry about.
I mean, she was pretty hot for a white chick. I mean, I wouldn't, like, go out of my way, but yeah, sure. If she for some strange reason wanted to throw me a slice, I'd take it.
I play like myself. Oh, come on, you don't play this game. You play this game your whole life. So maybe you're back in Dallas right now. I mean, you're home, you're enjoying yourself. You're back in the hood just before your mama calls you in for dinner.
This is the speech he's giving him. Oliver Stone had to wrote this movie too, because this is some Oliver Stone type shit. He thinks he just gets everything, gets people. He gets it. I get it. I know what it's like. I get it. It's like you were in Vietnam. You didn't live everyone's life. You just lived yours.
Get in the hood because I got nowhere left.
Just pretend you're in the hood. Remember, your mama was about to come home.
Just remember when the police were shooting at you to dodge the bullet.
Remember when your mama was about to come home because she was working 2 jobs because she had no dad.
There was no food in the fridge. Roaches in the cabinet.
What'd you have, Wick? Huh? What'd you have, food stamps?
What do you want, some Rick James shit? You open up the cereal and roaches start clawing out?
How'd you get by? How'd you make it? Must have been tough. Oh, shit.
Did the bus go?
You had to get that in there. You know what's crazy? Sometimes when I cut you off, it's better to just let yourself just have been cut off. Sometimes.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to.
Does your bus go? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? What, richer neighborhoods have better buses?
No.
What is that? What did that even mean? Explain that.
I'm too tired.
Explain it, please. Is it a Carlin joke? Is it something from Carlin?
No.
Is it some Carlin callback? One of the famous Isaac Reviews Carlin callbacks that we all know and love.
It was an original joke
that didn't make any sense. Does your bus go cha-chunka? Does your bus go ta-tunka? Does your bus go ta-tunka? Got his ass. Damn, we should have got this nigga Red Bull before we came here. It worked well last time.
I'm tired.
You could just do cocaine. You want to just do some cocaine?
No,
I know somebody else. I can call somebody. Just do that.
No.
Come on, Isaac. Just do it.
Do it!
Come on, ruin your life.
Just
come on,
do it!
Do it and possibly have a heart attack. No. Come on. It'd be good for the show.
No.
If you died,
no.
Be great for the show.
You gotta pay for the funeral.
It'd be nothing after because this show would be so popular. Because I'd milk your death. I'd milk your death so much. I'd make T-shirts with your face on them, and I'd put onions up. I put onions up by my eyes before I turned on my webcam. And go, I lost my best friend. Please donate and subscribe. Really, every penny helps. I gotta pay for a big ass casket. Yo, that was the funniest shit ever, nigga. Yo, funniest shit ever in the world. And this is why you gotta love comedians. This is why I love comedians and I love comedy. I will always love comedians and love comedy. When Patrice died, they did a radio show, right? And fucking Dave Attell, you know who Dave Attell is, right? The comedian. You don't know the comedian Dave Attell?
No.
You gotta go look up Dave Attell. He's hilarious.
Okay.
He goes, listen, we really need you guys to donate the money because we gotta buy a giant coffin and a huge purple suit.
Throwing bombs at funeral.
That's the shit, dude. Yo, niggas said it at Patrice's funeral. They all went in a room and it was like, yo, all the comedians is meeting in the back. Comedians only in the back. You know what I mean? Coming in the back. And, you know, like, all somber mood, everybody. And they got back there, everybody just started shitting on each other, ripping on each other, telling Patrice stories, you know, telling jokes about Patrice. Same thing with Monty Python. When their friend died, I forget which one it was. I think it was the gay one. From Monty Python, he died. They were talking so much shit about him at his funeral, like, but that's what you want, man, you know? Have a good time. Why does it have to be a sad occasion? You know what I mean? Let's have a party. Have a party. Have a party for me, baby. Have a good old time. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'm chilling with Mr. J. That's Jesus, by the way.
Now,
remember you in the hood.
You're enjoying yourself. You're back in the hood just before your mama calls you in for dinner. I say, go to the Buick.
And your mama say, hey boy, you know the street lights are going out. It's time to come in the house.
It's time to eat your supper.
Time to eat your din-din. What are you guys having? Fried chicken? It was only going to be good if I did the voice, though. Because you got to do it with that voice. Like, hey, what are you guys having? Fried chicken? Hey, what are you guys eating? Black-eyed peas? Do black people eat lima beans? Come on, Rob Lex, come on. Come on. Willie Beeman. Yeah, at one point in this shit, too, he gets famous, and he does, like, a music video like he's Deion Sanders. And Antonio Brown just made a music video, too. These football niggas trash at rapping. At least, like, one or two basketball niggas are okay. Football, all the niggas trash. Oh, baby, nice move. Okay, here we go. Nice pass. Perfect spiral. Caught down the field by a guy who looks like Bill Bellamy. Running down the sideline. Touchdown, Sharks. He had to tell the nigga what to do after he scored. He said, yo, you have to feel, man. You got to get straight 49. He's like, oh, yeah, right? Yeah. Well, gave him the game ball. That's cool.
It's so orange.
Who, Al Pacino?
Everybody was...
Because I've been hanging out with Donald Trump secretly. We're tan buddies. Me and the Trumpster. Yeah! All right, look at these sexy cheerleaders. Yeah! Flat asses, fake tits, blonde, blue-eyed babes. Buxom blondes. Busty, buxom blondes.
Bombshells, ladies.
That's what be like porn descriptions. Busty, buxom blondes.
Of the title, like, starts out with the same letter. Because you gotta...
What do you mean? Busty, buxom blondes?
Yeah.
It's just called alliteration.
Yeah.
You know what alliteration is? Where you say words that have the same letters before them?
I didn't know. Like, I seen it, but I didn't know there was like something like a word for it.
Oh, you didn't know there was a word for that?
I know the word alliteration, but I didn't know like
what it meant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that means you don't know it.
I know.
You heard of it. You've heard the word. That's what you can say about words. You can say, I've heard the word.
I ain't looking up.
Fucking zing! I want to fucking roll today. Oh, that's the point kick here. It's 1 point. We need it. This is crucial. He didn't pass it. It's a handoff. Yo, he doesn't know shit about sports. He keeps calling handoffs to the running back passes, and it's pissing me off. It's like really pissing me off.
Well,
he's handing it off. It's not a pass. A pass has to go forward. Handoff is not a forward pass. Handoff is a handoff. You have a handoff where you hand it right to him, right? Then what's called a pitch, where he goes a little outside and you pitch it to him, right? Those are the two things you do in the backfield. Anything full, that's a pass. Jeez. I didn't know how deep your non-knowledge of sports went until just this moment. When once again you called a handoff a pass. I thought the first time it was a mistake, and I corrected you, and you said it again.
They're screaming for the double out there. It's wide open.
There's a nice screen pass. They're telling me the screen might be good for a screen. Come on, on the play. You ready? Oh, that is Bill Bellamy. Damn, this is probably the most prestigious film Bill Bellamy has ever been involved in his life. You don't know who Bill Bellamy is?
No.
He's a black comedian from the 90s. He's kind of popular. He basically did dealing with bitches comedy. All his comedy was about dealing with bitches.
Give it up for all the ladies in the house, fellas. Let the dogs loose. God damn.
You know with these ladies, dealing with these ladies, when you take these ladies out. You know how it is with these ladies. You know what it is with these ladies. Lady, let me hear you, ladies. That kind of shit. He did that kind of comedy. But he had some comedy that was about him being a kid, talking about how his mother would tell him to go to bed. And they, back when he was a kid in the 70s, the funnest thing for them to do was play board games. So he said how, their mother would tell them to go to bed, but then they'd say, they went to sleep, but then they'd be in there trying to play Trouble. In the game Trouble, you have to click the little shit. So he's like, we be dead mad quiet, click, click. click, click, click. He said, and then you get a good ass, she's like, yeah! And then mother come in, and I was like, that's not a bad joke. But all the rest of the stuff was like, ladies, when you're dealing with these ladies, right? And then he had a movie called How to Be a Player.
Oh my fucking God.
About, basically telling him young black man how to properly be a player. You know what I mean? Like how to juggle these women.
How to be a player.
How to juggle these women and be a player. Do you have multiple pussies that you have to juggle? Are these bitches constantly on your back, on your balls, on your neck? Just basically hounding you, and you got to figure out a way to get them organized. I will show you how. Pay me $15.99, and I will show you how to be a player. That'd have been a way funnier movie if he did a how-to tape of how to tame your hoes. That'd have been way funnier. But instead, it was just a movie where literally he gets mad bitches And all his friends are in awe of how he gets mad bitches. And then he has like either one of his friends or one of his girlfriend's friends is like trying to set him up basically to get him caught, like, you know, cheating and being a player. Because he has his main bitch, his side bitch, his other side bitch, his side bitch. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And in the movie, basically in the end, it all works out. He doesn't get caught cheating. He still got all his bitches. And it's all intact. Yeah, happy ending, honestly. Happy ending. He didn't learn a lesson. He didn't have to change his ways. Nigga just kept doing the shit he was doing because he was good at it. And he good at getting bitches, and that's fine. Some niggas are just good at some niggas are just good at bagging hoes. But I think it'd be funnier if it was like a movie where like, he let it teach you how to be a player. Do you want to be a player? I'll teach you. Do you want to not be a player no more? Go listen to Big Pun if you don't want to be a player.
What was that guy that was that last episode he did? Where that pickup artist, or they was playing that.
Yeah, he's like, you got to get the girl. You try to get her to suck your penis, and you want her to suck your penis and kiss you. I've had over 1,500 makeouts. Ugh, yeah, gross. You have herpes, bro. You have herpes B, simplex 10. You have some new kind of herpes. Some shit they just made up. Oh, LL Cool J. Oh, with the spin move. Oh, about to get smacked. Fumble! Yo, this movie is directed like shit. Oliver Stone is usually like way more tactful than this. This is all over the place. This is like, it's kind of like, you know what it is? It has yes, he has a natural born killer's vibe with like the cinematography and shit in his movie, and this is not the material for it. It's just no. It's not as intense. It's not as intense as he thinks as he's making it out to be.
And somebody who doesn't watch sports, can't tell what to do.
Of course not. And now when they're in the skybox, it looks like fucking Miami Vice. Remember the Miami Vice movie from Michael Mann. I think either Michael Mann or his brother. His brother makes movies too. But Michael Mann has this kind of look to it, like the saturated. I can't explain it. I think it's saturated. It's like that weird kind of weird look. Yeah, like you said, it rises with orange. It's like that saturation shit. But this movie is not good. I remember this shit being better than this. Shit's kind of garbage. There's too much going on with the camera. And they're staying into scenes. Some of these scenes they're staying on, not on them long enough, and in other scenes like this one, they're staying on these people way too long. It's like 70s movie where it's like everybody's talking, so like you hear the two people talking that you're supposed to be paying attention to, but then you hear a lot of background talking as well. Yo, Oliver Stone used to do a lot of drugs, and I think by this time, 1999, I think his brain was kind of fried. I think it was like a fried. I think it was it was over easy, over medium, bro.
Scrambled.
You had to. Couldn't help yourself. Scrambled. Poached. Is it hard boiled? What other egg cooking techniques can I think of?
My age, you get used to it. All right, everybody, listen up.
Shut up, Isaac.
Where's your hearts out there today?
Damn, that's why I need to get on the soundboard next. Just shut up. Yo, he made a post last week on Instagram, and he put shut. Why? You didn't do nothing today. You did nothing today. You didn't do shit. What videos? We have to record the shit for you to do videos.
Exactly.
And the book says the rain falls
Damn, you're
on
garbage
the just
today.
and the unjust alike.
Take out a chaplain in here. Fucking guy gonna pray over the team.
That we're specially cursed.
All right, we're gonna say a special prayer for Jamal over there that is a fumble the ball next week. God, please, Lord, let this nigger's hands not be so goddamn slippery. Let him put less Jerry in his curl, please. Because he's going to cost us the season, Lord. We're not going to make it to the conference.
Why is his hands as slippery as the bananas that he puts in his stomach?
The wires. Look, stop worrying about this. The important thing is...
That was too far?
No, it's never too far when it's funny. It's never too far when it's funny. That wasn't funny.
That's what I have.
Bananas aren't known for being slippery. They're only slippery once the banana peel. Once it's on the ground.
Slippery.
Why would his hands be slippery? Bananas are not slippery though.
The peels are slippery.
When you step on them, what does that have to do with his hands? Other times when we've done shows at night, dog, it's 7 p.m. It's 7 p.m., bro. When there's been other times when we've done shows like at night, I've been like, yo, let's go grab a Red Bull, Isaac, so you don't be all fucking lethargic and unfunny, right? And last week we did that, and it was good. It worked. Did Isaac reviews. Good episode. Fun, right? Now this guy's tired. It's 7 p.m. You're 19, not 99, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you tired? You didn't work today. Why are you tired?
I should have been to work here today. But, nah.
Did you what?
It's just my body.
This is my body. I'm a growing boy, and I need a nap. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yo, I need my sleep. Yo, JJ's always tall as me.
But why didn't you didn't sleep since last night? Because you were up all night playing PS4.
Nah, I was up today since like 5.
4 a.m.
4 or 5 a.m.
And what time did you wake up?
I woke up at like 4 or 5 a.m.
Oh, you woke up at 4 or 5 a.m.
Yeah, today.
Okay, so what'd you do all day? You played GTA, and you're tired. You suck that much at GTA that it makes you tuckered out. And he's not even playing online. He's playing the fucking campaign, the single player campaign with the 3 players. With Trevor, and he's playing that for the first time ever. That shit's been out for 20 years.
Not the first time.
This is the first time you ever had a fucking console. Exactly. But yeah, this is your first time ever playing the full thing.
Console like 10 years ago.
But this is your first time playing the shit all the way through the fucking complete campaign. You've played GTA at people's house before.
Yeah.
For like a half hour, and they kick you the fuck out, and they have fun playing their game by themselves. And this nigga is tired. Because he woke up at 5 a.m. like a kid on Christmas because he just got a PS4. So he could play GTA all day.
No. Fucking JJ. Fuck JJ. That nigga woke me up. I'm asleep playing Fortnite.
So? He doesn't have anything to do. He's 15. That's what he should be doing on a Saturday. But yeah, I see your little brother. He'll post a video where he'll be like, it's a nice ass day. About to go skating. He goes do something active and cool with his friends. And this fucking guy sitting in a house doing nothing, jacking off and playing video games, and he's tired. Yo, we've made it into literally, we've been into 23 minutes of any given Sunday. We're supposed to record another episode for like the new platform, and another episode for
the reboot.
We already recorded the reboot.
Oh, we did.
Well, yeah, remember, dummy? That was the Stallone shit. We already recorded the reboot, but we're after this supposed to record a second episode just to, because I like to have episodes on deck. You know what I mean? Episodes in the can. Yeah. But that's not gonna happen because this niggas, because you're all and the thing when you do where like you say something and then you just say just you do your little like you just say something and then you do your little it's just stupid. It sucks. I gotta get the what's name up here too. On my soundboard, I gotta get the cat from fucking from Inspector Gadget. All right. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say fuck it to any given Sunday. I'm just gonna say fuck it to any given Sunday. I'm gonna say fuck it to any given Sunday, and I'm gonna go to YouTube. And I'm going to go to one of those actors roundtables things. And we can do a little bit of that. And then I'll just bring this nigga home. Because it's getting late. It's 7:30 at night. It's 7:30 p.m. It's getting late. Isaac's tired. Fuck. I woke at 5 a.m. without having to work.
I was going to work today.
Well, why would you wake up at 5 a.m. if you thought you had to work today? That's even stupider. That's dumb. No. If I know I have to work in the afternoon, I wake up in the afternoon. What? Wake up an hour or 2 hours before you have to go to work. Why are you waking up at 5 a.m.? God, whatever. Anyway.
I did not choose to wake up. I was...
Your body just woke you up?
Forcefully woken up.
By who? Your brother?
Fortnite. Fag night.
You didn't have to... You could have just stayed asleep.
I couldn't because the fucking noise.
Tell him don't come in your room.
You don't think I don't do that?
Why did my video game sign out of YouTube? The fuck is that about? The number one thing on YouTube, it has a little flame emoji next to it to let you know it's hot. Trending. To let you know it's hot. It's Russian, Ukraine, Kiev. Yo, that motherfucker blew up the airport, nigga. They was trying to get out of there. Nigga said, yo, and then that nigga, and then the president, Zelensky, he said, any men between the ages of 18 and 60 do not try to leave the country. Don't try to shirk your duties.
Fuck you, I'm leaving.
Nigga say 18 to 60. You want to put a 6-year-old man on the front line? That's fucked up.
If Stu were Ukrainian, we'd be fucked.
So I'll be like, nigga, fuck that. I got health issues. Fuck that. That shit is crazy. Ukraine
needs soldiers.
Ukraine.
Soldiers.
That's how they say it in Europe.
Ukraine.
That's how they say it in
soldiers.
That's how they say it in Europe. They say Ukraine. But
Baba Yaga, suka.
Shut up. But yo, so this nigga Putin. The funniest shit was when he posted the video, because that's basically what he did when he said he was gonna attack him. He posted a video online. Which is hilarious. That's how you could tell we're in a new age. When the fucking dictator is like, yo, he just got a new post. Like, you see that nigga new post? But look, he said, his first line was, I've decided. Not Russia has decided. Not we've decided. I've decided that we need to take Ukraine back into the fold. And I mean, we need to demilitarize them. They have a military, and they need to not have one. They need to be under Russian rule, baby. I said it, bro. They look at it like Biden, since Biden became president, it's like a substitute teacher's there. And everybody's just wilding. Everybody's just doing whatever. It's just a sub.
4 years. This 4-year period.
I told you, this nigga Biden was like, hey, knock down all that noise. I'm trying to sleep over here. What's all that racket? Hey, say Russia, hey, knock off that bombing. Hey, I'll do more sanctions on you. Hey, don't make me sanction you.
I'm gonna freeze your asses in your bank.
I'm gonna freeze your asses. I'm gonna freeze all your asses. Ice on buttocks, buddy. And it's like, sir, we need to freeze. Oh, yeah, that too. And your bank accounts. Everything's gonna be frozen. It's gonna be like when I'm at home using my computer and it doesn't work and I have to call my nephew in there to help me. Frozen. Hey, Colin! Get in here, help Grandpa! I don't know how to use computers very well. But hey, knock off all that racket. I'm trying to sleep over here. Don't you see my eyes closed? China Biden.
Smelling hair.
See what you just did? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, after everything's over. Smelling hair, just like random add-on shit. No obviously it was context. I was talking about the thing, but like no extra anything. Just smelling hair. Good, great, Isaac, you're a genius. All right,
Among Us, crypto, iPhone 14. There's an iPhone 14 coming out.
Who cares? They're all the same phone for the most part. They just have newer cameras and they can do 4K now, and it's like. It doesn't matter. Here we go. Actor roundtable. Fucking Adam Driver, Shia LaBeouf, Robert De Niro. He's gonna ask Robert De Niro some shit. Robert was like, nigga, I don't know.
Hi, and welcome to Close Up with the Hollywood Reporter Actors. I'm Stephen Galloway, and I'd like to welcome Adam Sandler.
Yes, sir.
Robert De Niro. Adam Driver. Tom Hanks.
Present.
Jamie Foxx.
Adam Driver is always so fucking
serious.
serious.
Thanks so much for being here. I'm sure you know this anecdote. Dying is easy. Comedy is hard. True or false?
Comedy's more difficult, yes. I can't do what Billy Crystal does, Eddie Murphy.
You can't do what Billy Crystal does.
Who was Billy Crystal?
Billy Crystal is not that funny, bro. He's never been that funny. He's a comedian. He used to be on SNL. He's not that funny. Now, when he said Eddie Murphy, Eddie Murphy in his prime? Hell yeah.
You,
As far as movies are concerned.
I got my eyes.
No, I'm talking about in the movies and stuff. No, not all his movies. I'm talking about like, nigga, his early movies were good.
Oh, yeah.
All his early movies were good. Coming to America, Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2.
I actually never seen it.
You never seen Beverly Hills Cop?
No.
It's fire.
But I can do other things. I mean, I like to think that I work in, say, in Marty's
This nigga
movies.
Shia LaBeouf looks so in awe of Robert De Niro just talking.
Eddie Murphy.
I would be into it. Be like,
you.
Why?
It's fucking De Niro.
He's just some old dude. He looks like an old Jewish.
But this is fucking Jimmy Conway.
He looks like an old Jewish woman. Who cares? Like, gives a flying fuck.
Nigga paints houses. He does a lot of shit.
Who? Okay, he's Jimmy Conway. See, that's where we differ. I'm not in all of these people. I'm really not.
I'm not like.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because you would be like, oh my god, it's I know how you, I know your personality. Yeah, you would. You'd probably be trying to get an autograph. I'm like, yo, just come on. I want to try to get a picture or something. I know you. And I'd be like, yo, just forget it. It doesn't matter. Yes, it does. It matters to me. That's the kind of shit this nigga says.
Things. I mean, I
want to go to Best Buy. I like personally interacting with people. Okay. Stupid, dumb, asshole, moron person.
Just fucking push play.
No, I'm going to continue to berate you.
43 seconds.
To the things that I work in.
Say in Marty's movies, just situations that are funny in and of themselves, which is like life. You know, there are so many situations we see. We're in a situation, all of a sudden, you say, I wish we could have filmed this, or this situation is so crazy, you know, but it's real. So.
Is there anything in real life you wish you could have filmed, or that you've then brought into a role?
Like, he's going to be like, I don't know. I can't think of anything. I can't remember. I'm an old man and I don't care about stupid shit like that.
No, I mean...
He's like, motherfucker, don't put me on the spot, you stupid little gay twat. No.
You know, but it's real. So.
Is there anything in real life you wish you could have filmed, or that you've then brought into a role?
What?
No, I mean...
What's that question? Wait. I'm confused at the question.
He's saying, is there anything that's happened in your real life? Like, for example, let's say... Like, for example, like the Cleveland show. The guy who does the voice of Cleveland, the white guy, he said he got the voice of Cleveland because he used to play pickup basketball, or he used to play basketball somewhere, and it was this dude from Maryland who used to talk like that, and that's where he got the voice to do Cleveland. You know what I mean? You meet real people who have, like, just like Rex. Like, hey, and I think that Trump really has some good ideas. Like, that's not a voice I just made up. That's a person's voice. But I could use it and make it in any character. I could say, hey, my name's Cletus, and I think we should all support the troops. But it's just Rex's voice. You know what I mean? That's what he means. Has any been in situations or anything? Like, you know, you're shooting a movie and the director, you know, he's cool with Martin Scorsese. So he can make suggestions to Martin Scorsese. And he can say, oh, you know, that's like, that's kind of like this one time I was da-da-da-da-da, and we did-da-da. Oh, that's a good idea. Try that. Let's try that. Okay, action. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. That's what he's saying. But that's why he's saying no, because, like, nigga, you want me to sit here and rack my brain and think of something like that? Even though he literally just said... And, you know, everyday life, you know, there are situations where we, like, you know, we say, we wish we could have filmed that. And they said, do you have any situations like that? He's like, no. But he's Robert De Niro, so no one's going to say anything. And no one's saying shit. All these people work in the movies or film adjacent fucking industry. They know they cannot say boo to this man.
The only thing to say with Martin Scorsese working with him is that you get closer to saying that whatever you want to do, you can actually try and do it, and maybe it'll happen. Maybe
it'll happen. Maybe, Greg. Maybe.
If you had an idea of something, you say, let me just try that.
Maybe let's just try that.
Let's just try it. You never know. And so...
Yo, look at Shia. Yo, Shia is on drugs. That's what he is. He's high as fuck right now.
It's something.
He takes acting.
With some directors, you don't even go there. You don't even. You say it's.
They did a fucking during the pandemic. They did an online reading of fucking you know, like where they were getting all the actors together, like to do like table read versions of their movies. Did you hear about that?
I think so. Yeah.
Anyway, so they did a read of fucking Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and they let Shia LaBeouf guest read as Spicoli. Oh God. And he smoked a real joint during it. And it's just like, all right, my nigga. It's like you had to do that. Like you had to like get into character. It's like, you know what I mean? It's the same thing where he did a movie with Brad Pitt.
That's not part of your routine? No.
He did a movie with Brad Pitt and a bunch of other dudes called Fury, and it was about tank fighters in World War II.
Yeah. And
supposedly this nigga Shia LaBeouf would not shower.
Well, did he pull out his fucking tooth?
Yeah. It's like all super duper over the top method acting bullshit. Like just stop. Him and Tom Hardy got into a fist fight on the set of that other movie that they were in together. You know that shit's still lit. In that set of that movie that they played Bootleggers, which was a really good movie. I forget what it's called. But they played
Blinders?
No. Peaky Blinders is a television show. It's a movie about it's Shia LaBeouf and the dude who played Bane. What's his name again? I just said his name. Tom Hardy. Him and Tom Hardy and this other guy, they played three brothers who are bootleggers in the South. And they got into a real fight. And I think like afterwards, like Shia LaBeouf's like, yeah, it made us like real brothers, our brothers fight. And it's just like, nigga, we don't have to do all that. We're actors. Just act. Fucking asshole.
Or to even attempt to bring it up to
shit. Well, he had an interview after he did one of these weird. We did a weird movie called Nymphomaniac, where it's like a 3-hour movie about sex and sexual proclivities and sexual this, and the actors had real sex with each other, and it's all full frontal nudity, jacking off, all this weird stuff. I never watched that. I just read about it. And he was in it. And during the interview for it, he's like, yeah, I've been learning a lot about numerology. And he just started talking about all this like esoteric shit out of nowhere. No one asked him. He just brought it up. Like, so yeah, he's probably under the program. As Chronicles of Chino would say. He under the program.
And this is possible. We'll do it if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Yeah. So that's a great feeling of freedom.
To be able to do what I want because I work with my friends.
Adam, you come from comedy.
Yes.
Comedy or dying.
Yes.
Which one's easier?
If you have something that either way, something you're confident with, something that seems like you believe in it, I think it's the same feeling. If you believe in a joke, if you believe in a dramatic scene, you go in there with the same approach, I would think, right?
Here's the thing. Comedy is a natural thing. Like I just told him, I was watching him in the comedy store when I was 18 years old, sneaking in the comedy store, watching him go up when it was like Titans, it was Rock, it was Eddie working out, shit with it. I remember Eddie had on like this yellow fucking Century 21 jacket.
Even Robert De Niro's over there like doing that little laugh he does was like, he doesn't really laugh, but he's just like he said nigga had this yellow Century 21 jacket. Yo, Jamie Foxx is so good on these. Like you could tell like he's one of these people where like you put him in a room and you wouldn't always expect it to go that way, but he just takes over a room. You know what I'm saying? No matter who's in it. It doesn't matter. He takes, and that's why he gets these big roles, because he doesn't treat anyone as being, you know what I mean? He doesn't put people on. I would imagine that's because he doesn't put people on pedestals. You know what I mean? He shows the people proper respect, which you should. You know what I mean? In any profession that you're in, you should show proper respect to people who deserve it. You know what I mean? But he doesn't treat people like they're greater than. Shia LaBeouf's about to fucking suck Robert De Niro's dick.
And then you watch Eddie, like, he said, oh, whatever, I'll crush you with my wallet. And then everyone So it's interesting. When I look at everybody here, it's this, it's respect. And then I look at Adam, I'm like, oh, shit. Before he even said anything, I'm already laughing. So that's one of the first ingredients, is that when you have this natural thing of watching him on his guitar and at 1:30 in the morning doing a bit that he's so dedicated to it, motherfuckers is like, oh, he's shit. So that's the first ingredient, right?
That's correct.
And then the second ingredient is, as comedians, you get a light, like you get that lift off, that launch, where everything that you're saying is funny, it's hilarious, like people are giving you that light. I think it only becomes difficult once you reach that top of comedic level. Now people are expecting, the world. When I go talk to Eddie, I was at Eddie's house. He's talking about getting back in into comedy, into stand-up.
Yeah.
But he's like, how do, I said, well, Eddie, if you want to get into it, I could help you. The first thing you got to fix your house. He's like, what you mean? I said, your house is too perfect. It's too much. You got the candles scented and all that shit. I said, Eddie, in my crib, I have shit at my house that doesn't work on purpose. So I stay funny. I got this little carpet that's in the kitchen that's sort of ruffled up, and I got a bathroom where you turn on the faucet and it sprays out.
That's some method acting shit too, nigga. You're rich as fuck. You leave broken shit around your house to keep you grounded and keep you funny. That doesn't even make sense. This nigga's having sex with Katie Holmes right now.
He's.
You know who Katie Holmes is?
I know.
Yeah, he's having sex with Katie Holmes. Isn't that weird? Jamie Foxx is having sex with Katie Holmes. She seems so meek and you know what I mean? This nigga seems like he want to throw it back. I don't know. Maybe she is throwing it back. She's throwing it back. She's throwing back that ass.
I feel like if I fix all this shit, I will be fun. So it's like you have to have that, and then when he talked about the situation,
something fucks up.
No, I just think more just because it gives you material, and that's what he's saying. He's just like Eddie Murphy. Listen. It's not even that. It's just that Eddie Murphy doing stand up would probably be kind of boring, unless he can literally only hit on the things that are weird for him. Like, he's super famous. You know what I mean? He's super famous. He's super well known. So those instances of things that you wouldn't expect to happen to him because he's super famous are funny, and then things that you're like, oh wow, of course that happens because he's super famous, or he can't go certain, but he can't do certain things. But it's like, what else is he going to talk about? Yeah. His life is just him hanging out with his kids for the last 20-something years. He hasn't really been doing anything. You know what I mean? He hasn't been on the set of any movie where something could happen or go awry or da-da-da. He doesn't
go awry.
For real, but that's real shit. Like,
no publicity at all.
It's just like nothing going on that's like that he probably would want to talk about. He doesn't really have any issues. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's another thing with comedians. Half the time, like, don't get me wrong, you have comedians who are like, you know, they're more talking about family stuff in the sense of, but they're talking about family stuff in the sense of like the mundaneness of family, or the, you know what I mean, or the responsibility, the overbearing responsibility of parenthood, or, you know, or how kids are dumb, or how their kids are this or their kids are that. And that might not be what Eddie Murphy doesn't just seem like the type. I mean, maybe he is, but he doesn't seem like the type to me to like talk about his kids or talk about it. You know what I mean? So it's like, what are you going to talk about? Just like being Eddie Murphy? You know what I mean? It's just like certain people get so up, like, you know what I mean? Like even Chris Rock. Chris Rock's most recent comedy special, he was talking about how he was getting divorced. Awry. Some shit went awry, nigga. You know what I mean? And he talking about how he had to pay for his wife's lawyer.
I had to pay for her lawyer.
She was like, yeah, I'm thinking about doing this. Well, could you not do all those things? Because I got people. It's coming out of my pocket.
It's coming out of my pocket.
It's coming out of my pocket. I gotta pay for it. Look at my hands. They skinny and weird.
Like when we're watching, you know, Robert De Niro, the situation that you provide for him makes it all the way funny. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Because now, once you have the ability to be funny, you need the situation in order for it to make sense. Because if not, like, this is the worst thing in the world when the director goes like, okay, then just do your thing. Ooh.
All the guys in the room go, ooh. Don't like that. No, not for me. But yet, it seems like Robert De Niro, that's probably exactly what Marty says to him. You know, just Robert, Bob, just do your thing, Bobby. Bobby, do your thing, Bob. Bob, you already know what to do. Do your thing. You know what I mean? Whereas a Spielberg, yeah, he's probably going to give you a little bit more of a whatever exactly direction and stuff like that. Some people like hands-off directors. Some people like those kind of directors, especially actors like a fucking Stallone or a fucking, like we were talking about in the Stallone episode, Stallone, Edward Norton. Thoose guys like hands-off directors because they think they're the fucking director. You know what I mean? They think their vision is the one that should be whatever. You know what I mean? Whereas a lot of actors like them, they're more respectful of the role of the director, which is to direct and to tell you, well, why don't we try it like this? Why don't we try it like that? Why don't we, that kind of shit. But they all said,
I don't think that I should be doing this. I think I should be asking for
I'm doing my shit, and then when you watch it, they're like, I'm doing my shit, but it doesn't make sense. So that's the part when he says...
They only say that in comedy, or do they say in drama?
They all say, have fun with it.
What, the Cobra movie?
No, wasn't Stallone making edits on Rocky?
Probably. I know the movie that I was watching a thing. I talked about Cobra on the other episode, and I actually was watching a thing recently about the movie Cobra, and like, damn, that shit's even worse than I remembered. But yeah, he basically just butchered that dude's script, and he butchered, and then it says it was directed by this one director, but more than likely, it's like it was probably directed by Stallone. You know what I mean? He's a heavy-handed actor. That's what I would call it. He's one of those heavy-handed actors.
And I'm a heavy-handed fighter.
All right, we did like 2 hours of that in the last episode. In the first episode, in the reboot. Could we not? Thanks. Let's take a while.
Was it funny?
Yeah, when I was editing, it sounded okay.
Can you be funny if you grew up with a built-in swimming pool in your backyard? I don't think you can. If you grew up...
Listen to what Tom Hanks says. Listen to Tom Hanks on his stupid white relaxez-vous.
Ooh. And then you doing your shit, and then when you watch it, they're like, I'm doing my shit, but it doesn't make sense. So that's the part when he says...
They only say that in comedy, or do they say in drama?
They all say, have fun with it. Commit to it. Can you be funny if you grew up with a built-in swimming pool in your backyard? I don't think you can. If you grew up being able to swim anytime you wanted to, right? You experience none of the shortcomings of a life that you.
The point he's trying to make is that
if you're spoiled, you're not funny.
Exactly, and that comedy comes from. But then that's not necessarily true.
I'm about to say, like, there's always
because listen,
there's always going to be an exception.
There's more than just an exception. There's a lot of exceptions. Do you know Chevy Chase, right?
Yeah.
Chevy Chase from SNL. He's old, whatever now. But Chevy Chase grew up super rich. His name Chevy is like from some classic poem or some shit. Like his family is very like waspy. Chevy Chase seems like he's just some fucking doofus who grew up poor. You know what I mean? But then you have like the Murray brothers, Bill Murray and his brother, they actually grew up kind of tough. You know what I mean? Or, I'm trying to think of there's other rich kids who are really funny. Fucking Nick Kroll. Nick Kroll, his family owns the Avenues of America in New York. They own those buildings. So if, like, let's say CNN is in there, they pay them rent. His family owns those buildings. Like, there are people who rich and they still have a great sense of humor. You know what I mean? You don't have to have struggled to be funny. It's just a different kind of funny. Yeah. It's just going to be, that's why Chevy was like he was. Chevy was a piece of shit. He treated everyone like dirt. That's why he didn't get along with Richard Pryor. Because Pryor came from nothing. Literally, Pryor's father was a pimp, and his mother was the bottom bitch in the house. Yeah. He grew up around prostitutes and shit. Chevy Chase grew up with a fucking silver spoon in his mouth, and probably up his ass too. And you know what I'm saying? It's like those two worlds collide because one person looks like, damn, you ain't have to work for shit, and then you got a guy like Chevy who acts how most of those people should act, which is like, yeah, and I feel lucky. I never had to like have sex with a prostitute at 7 years old. Sorry I didn't go through your shitty life. You know what I mean? It's just, but whatever. That's how his attitude should be. Why should he feel bad for having things? He was born with it. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Should you be a complete and utter piece of shit? No. But I mean, he was funny. Chevy Chase did some good stuff. Did some good work. The vacation movies that he was in were fucking good. Fletch, you ever seen Fletch? Fletch, pretty good movie. You know what I mean? But at the same time, Pryor shit is good too. It's coming from a different place. That's all. Do I think that living in living at least middle to lower middle class to poor to impoverished? Do I think it builds more character? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Because you understand the world a bit better than a person who has everything handed to them. You know what I mean? But then again, you have these kids who grew up in these places where their parents or whatever. But look at Succession. We watched that show. That's why he's like that with his kids. Where like he makes them fight like dogs. You know what I mean?
He had to fight like a dog.
He literally makes them scrap amongst each other because.
Or on the floor.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Or on the floor.
All that shit. But that's the same thing they do in those kind of families where it's like, it does have that, like, they have that dog-eat-dog mentality. It's just they get it from each other rather than outside world. See, when you poor, you stick together. You, your brother, you, your sister, you, your whatever. Y'all stick together and y'all fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? You stick together and you get through this shit. Damn, I don't got no food. You got some peanut butter, my nigga? Like, you go through this shit together. With them, they do that shit to each other. And that's how they learn that the world is dog-eat-dog. Even your own brother might. It's like, no, my brother would never do that to me. But theirs would. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's what I'm trying to say. It's just different. But I get where he's coming from, but it's hilarious that this nigga Tom Hanks just made that stupid-ass analogy. If you grew up with an in-ground swimming pool, you can't be funny, can you? I don't think so. It's like, shut up, Tom Hanks. You probably grew up pretty okay.
You turn into self-deprecation. That's right. It's tough.
Because it's tragedy, though, if you grow up, if you have it easy. Doesn't it all come from something?
It doesn't have to come from tragedy.
Everybody's. Yeah, sure. You bet. Look, it's like Bertolt Brecht, man. The whole thing is a struggle, and there's where you find the triumph.
This nigga is name-dropping German poets.
Is it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and you have something very specifically that you've known for months you're going to act this beat with this scene, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and it could be anything from rainbirds going off to, taxi cab drivers or something like that honking horns, and it's like, all right, the movie is now upon your shoulders. Don't fuck this up. And then they sit back and you wait, and you got to go there, man. You just got to tragedy, comedy.
Is there a moment you can think of where that's?
This is an interesting thing for some people who may not know. Tom Hanks actually started out as a comedian. Guess who else started out as a comedian? The first Batman.
Oh, Adam West?
No. Oh. Not that first Batman, you motherfucker. Oh. That's funny. Adam West probably started out as a fucking car salesman. But fucking, he has a voice like a car salesman. But, no, the guy who's Michael Keaton.
$40,000.
Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton from... Michael Keaton. No, Michael Keaton is not British. Fucking, that's Christopher Nolan, you fucking moron! You are so sleepy and stupid. Yeah. Fucking wow. But no, stop, please. Stop. Anyway, fucking Michael Keaton, the first... Do you remember the first Batman, Michael Keaton, who's in the Tim Burton Batman? You don't know who that is? Batman 1989. You've never seen Batman?
Oh, Jack Nicholson?
Yes, the guy who played Batman. His name's Michael Keaton.
Okay.
Fuck. He used to be a comedian too. A stand-up comedian. He does not look like he was a stand-up comedian. And I saw him do stand-up. It was bad. It was rough. It was horrible.
It happens 10 times a week sometimes, where it's everybody is everybody's making the same movie you are. We shut down the whole street for this, All right, 11 o'clock. Okay, we're ready for a rehearsal. Hi, please give me a gun so I can shoot myself in the hip and not have to do this movie.
You played a comedian. With Sally Field.
Oh, Punchline.
Hey, the Safdie brothers told me to tell you that they love Punchline.
Is that right?
Oh, the Safdie brothers love Punchline? Oh, what a compliment.
The only way to do that was to
saw that movie. It was okay.
Develop funny material. And I probably did 6, appearances of something where all I really did was jump up and down on a trampoline. I had no sense of anything.
You were, because
I
saw you training. I saw you training. I was a young comedian at the comic strip. And you used to come in and go up there with Barry Sobel used to come in.
Yeah, Barry and I, we ended up, and I ended up after a while.
Barry Sobel was a comedian who served as an advisor to Hanks for his whole Punchline Smith.
You came up right away where the comedians were mad that you were calm on stage and cool, and you were being yourself.
Tom Hanks is like, so how would you be on stage? He was like, honestly, I just be very slouchy and very nasally and just all my jokes are about my mother. He's Jewish if you don't get the joke. All my jokes are about you should hear my mother. Oh boy. She tells me sometimes my mother bullies me. She turns my yarmulke inside out.
The tag flickers in the wind.
She throws it like a frisbee. She says, "Go fetch." I said, "Oh, Mom, please stop it. I can't deal with this today. I'm getting married."
The best I can describe it is you just have to go there. When I was in junior college taking acting classes.
Let me tell you something. I'm about to end the episode because I'm gonna get sick of him doing that. And he said pizza bagels. Jewish people don't eat pizza bagels.
No,
they eat bagels. They eat bagels and
Italian and Jewish.
No one eats pizza bagels but fucking super poor pieces of shit like you. No one eats pizza bagels.
I don't eat pizza bagels either.
You've never eaten pizza bagels?
I probably had them like once.
I'm about to say, I ate pizza bagels like once when I was a kid, when they first came out. And I remember us being like, yo! Because it was because of the commercials, though. It's just like Tropicana commercials. Like, oh no, Sunny D commercials. Yo! I want some fucking Sunny D! And then you drink that shit, it's like, ew, this shit is disgusting. Sunny D's trash. That shit tastes like shit. That shit is not orange or juice. I don't know what nigga, that shit is not orange or juice. I don't know what the fuck that shit is, nigga. Yeah, it's liquid. New orange liquid.
Why is it thick? It's like thick.
It's so gross. I don't know what that shit is. I don't know what Sunny.
You know what is?
Sunny D is like Slurm. Sunny D is like Slurm. Remember Slurm from fucking Futurama? It's fucking sludge. What is that shit? Shit is disgusting.
No,
pizza bagels are disgusting too, nigga. It was a few shit I got. It's a few things I got tricked into when I was a kid by the commercial.
Hot Pockets trash?
Well, also very bad. Hot Pockets are terrible. Horrible. You should never eat those. Never.
Steak and cheese ones are fucking disgusting.
You should never ingest Hot Pockets. The only ones that are even tolerable.
Pizza.
Oh yeah, it's the pepperoni one. That's the only one that's even tolerable, and that's just because it's a fake calzone. It's a fake mini calzone. That's all it is. Fucking imposter.
Calzone is
You imposter.
Oversized fucking.
You fucking imposter.
Hot Pockets.
How dare you come here and pretend to be a calzone, sir?
It's just stuffed bread. At the end of the day, it's just a piece of stuffed bread.
Yeah, like all fucking Italian food. Italian food and Mexican food have that in common. All their foods are just three ingredients: meat, cheese, some other shit. Some kind of some kind of grain, some kind of carb. A noodle per se, maybe a cracker, some kind of chip, some kind of chip or breading.
There, we've all been to the American Conservatory Theater performances of certain things, and we usually look at comedies going, "Oh yes, that's very funny. Oh, I appreciate the work behind that joke." But the assignment for one day was, okay, on Wednesday, everybody's going to come and you're going to be funny. You're going to make each other laugh. And it was stone, nothing. No one could do anything funny because that was the task at hand. So comedy is hard.
Adam sounds like, seems plausible. You guys are all not funny. You and Sally Fields are not making me grab my ribs.
We're in the military. So
Yo, everybody talks about how this nigga Adam Driver was in the Marines. That's all people bring up.
Really?
Yes, that's all they ever bring up about
Nobody talks
him.
about Black Klansman? They just go for shit for the Marines?
Yeah, he was in Black Klansman?
Yeah.
I don't remember him being in it. Oh, he did. He played the black guy's partner, right?
I think he was Jewish. He played a Jewish cop.
Yeah, the black guy, with the black guy. I'm about to say, wasn't he played David Duke, the kid from that 70s show. He did a good job. But that was a good movie. But yeah, I honestly, Adam Driver, I've only seen him in.
I only seen him in Black Klansman.
And I didn't even remember he was in that. And I saw Black Klansman.
Or I might have seen my other stuff, so.
Only other movies I've seen Adam Driver in are the fucking Star Wars movies. That's it. And those shits are so forgettable. Like, really, bro. Like, those movies, those new ones, Force Awakens and whatever, them shits all just kind of mashed together in my brain. Like, I don't remember them shits at all. Them shits are trash.
I just remember.
I've never been in it. Like, I'm into the lore and the mythos of Star Wars because it's so vast and geeky. But I don't like Star Wars. Like, I really don't. Like, I'm not into Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. The stuff that they do where it's like, we could, like, the stuff that they're thinking about doing now in Disney Plus, it's spaced in the Star Wars universe, but it's a heist movie where they're trying to rob a bank but a bank on Alderaan. That's cool.
That's cool.
But to make another movie where it's just the Empire versus the Republic versus the Rebellion and the Rebels, who gives a shit, my man? The fuck? Who cares, my nigga? Who gives a fuck? Yeah, no one cares, my nigga.
Acting and drama, dying or
these dummies still paying them niggas money for this goofy shit.
Well, I mean, one, the stakes you're pretending are
listen to this nigga's
voice. They kind of are, but the process in which you work on them is the exact same. It's, you know, a group of people trying to accomplish a mission that's bigger than any one person.
Making a movie is just like being in the military. It's a bunch of people working together to complete a mission to win an Oscar. It's like, shut up.
You have a role, and you have to know your role within it.
These niggas all have to have a straight fucking face and act like this is so deep and profound just because, like, thank you for your service. Like, they can't just, like, look at this nigga and go, are you serious? They can't look at this nigga and go, they can't look at, stop doing that. They can't look at this nigga and just go, no, that's whack. That doesn't make sense. That's stupid.
Because he sacrificed his life for this.
Acting by comparing it to armed service.
Freedom.
This motherfucker, I bet you 10 years from now, or like 5 years from now, we'll find out that he really didn't do shit. He probably was like fucking sick.
He got shot by.
He
got shot down in a helicopter.
He was sitting on a right. He's just sitting there like he's sitting there pushing the buttons like pew 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 pushing the button. They're like, hey, get out of there. Go wash the fucking bathrooms. Go clean the head. That's what they call it. Hey, you need to be in the mess hall making a mess.
A gun team, and you're only as good as the people that are there with you.
Oh, he was on a gun team? Damn, hold on.
You know what they're doing, what you're doing.
I mean, he looks a little PTSD-ish.
And exciting, and when they don't, it feels like a waste of resources and dangerous, and you're just so aware that you're one part of a bigger picture.
How did you switch from being a Marine to being an actor?
I was interested in it before being in the military. Then when you get in the military, you get out, you kind of have all this false confidence that civilian problems will be small in comparison, which is an illusion. But then I was lucky enough to get into an acting school and learned about acting. And
he went to the Juilliard Performing Arts Conservatory.
Then I was lucky enough.
Well. You know what it is? Because he was in the Marines and stuff, he probably said that like his first day, and everybody there is like a bunch of like faggy actors, and it's like, this guy's intense. Can you believe the roles he'd be able to do? Like, he'd have, like, real, true. He's probably seen death. He's probably looked death right in the eyes. You know what I mean? Like, they probably, and, like, you know what I mean? That's probably, like, that's probably how he rose so fast. It's like, oh, my God. Did you see Adam's eyes?
Life and death mode in acting with.
Did you see when he took what he saw in Afghanistan and put it into the character of Romeo? He made the bard's words come to life because he saw some people. Because he saw. Fuck! Why you have to fuck my shit up? Damn, bro. Oh my God. I was gonna say he makes the bard's words come to life through seeing all those people die. And now you took the air right out of it. Doing your fucking stupid little whisper stupid things into the mic thing. Go ahead, do it. Come on, just whisper. Whisper all the stupid things you want to say, Isaac. Please. Let's just get him out of your system. Yeah, get him out of your system. Please.
He's looking for a MacBook.
I'm not looking at anything. I have my eyes closed. I have my fingers on my temple. My eyes are closed. And I'm imagining a world where Isaac didn't exist. And it's pretty good. In the world where Isaac doesn't exist, Russia didn't even invade Ukraine. That's how good the world is.
So that means 9/11 didn't happen?
Yep. All the bad things that ever happened. Slavery never happened. The Holocaust never happened.
Genocide never happened?
Nope, just because Isaac was never born.
That's crazy.
Your whole life depends on you pulling this off?
Yes.
Which one?
Every time. It feels like you're next on the chopping block every time.
How do you get past that
anxiety?
anxiety?
Talking to Shia LaBeouf now.
Prep hard. Yeah.
Prep hard?
Like boxing.
Prep hard like boxing?
Guys train really hard.
I train really hard?
Neck on the line. Never been in the military, but it feels life and death to me. Yeah. Prep hard.
pointed at a guy who fought in the Marines and said, I've never fought in the military, but it feels life and death to me when I'm in Transformers and I gotta pretend I'm talking to a fucking robot.
I'm working with the Decepticons.
I gotta talk to a fucking 1968 Chevrolet Impala that can talk, and it's like, what the fuck do I do? You know, it's like life and death for me. It's like, you know, I'm in this movie and everyone's pissed off at me because I haven't taken a shower in 8 days. But it's like, dude, do you think they could shower in tanks? Obviously not. It's just life and death for me.
You know, it's also life and
Determination.
death. Megan Fox.
I went last year to the Harry Ransom set.
Oh, nothing happened. If you thought something happened to your phone or your TV or something, it didn't. I was just being silent because that was terrible.
I don't know if you know what that is, but it's the archive of the University of Texas, which has great papers. And there are Bob's papers. And to actually see your handwriting on, you know, the Raging Bull script. And it was amazing because your scripts are covered with notes. What was the toughest character you actually had to prepare for?
They're all different. Depends. Some are harder, or in some ways than others. And Raging Bull.
Sometimes all I gotta do is just do a little, you know, ritual and let the spirit of this person come into my body and inhabit my body. And other times I just be myself. Let me tell you something. Robert De Niro 9 times out of 10 is just being Robert De Niro. He's never really acted. Like, he acts like as far as like, you know, the emotion of the scene, but as far as like how he talks and all that stuff, he never really changes his voice. He doesn't really change that much. He just does his thing. You know what I'm saying?
He does his thing.
Yeah, like Tom Hanks said, just do your thing.
Because of the weight and all that, and the mission, just the physical stuff. Awakening,
I've never seen
there's
that.
a lot of physical stuff too, and studying.
Deer Hunter. You ever seen Deer Hunter?
Yeah. And what his affliction was. And then Raging Bull, I read the book. Somebody handed me the book, one of the authors, and I read it.
Well, I guess Jake LaMotta, he kind of did a voice a little bit,
with
tiny bit.
Bertolucci, and I called Marty from Italy, and I said, we gotta...
Yo, these niggas are so they're in all this shit. Like, Shia LaBeouf and Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was like, yo, Jamie Foxx did what most black niggas doing this. Yo, it's fucking out there. Tell us how they want to tell me what you for. Like, he played fucking Jake LaMotta. Jake LaMotta. Remember he fucked a 14-year-old girl? Jake LaMotta did fucking marry a 14-year-old girl, I think. He got in trouble for it, but then he didn't get in trouble for it.
Raging Bull, because of the weight and all that, and the mission, just the physical stuff.
There was a movie called The Mission.
There's a lot of physical stuff too, and studying how my character behaved and what his affliction was. And then Raging Bull, I read the book. Somebody handed me the book, one of the authors, and I read it while I was doing once in 1900 with Bertolucci, and I called Marty from Italy, and I said, we gotta, you know, the book's not great literature, but it's got a lot of heart.
He called him Martin Scorsese shit on this man's book. He said, it's not great literature, but it's got a lot of heart. And he's like, yeah, I'm on the set with doing a Bertolucci film. And then, like, what? You work with Bertolucci? Goddamn, Bertolucci. But yo, fucking Shia LaBeouf has his face, his hands over his mouth, like he just saw, like, Jesus. Like he just saw a miracle.
He's speaking to the Messiah.
Yeah, like he just saw a miracle happen.
And I kind of want to do certain things. I remember I used to see Jake LaMotta.
All right.
He'd work in a kind of a strip place right on 7th Avenue in the 40s. He'd be standing right out there near the sidewalk, and he was overweight and this and that. I said, Jesus, look what happened to him from then. And I thought just a graphic difference of being out of shape and then being a young fighter. Really, that was interesting to me. I thought, I'd like to see if I could really just gain that weight actually and do it. So that was my interest in it. Marty had his reasons, and both of us just come together on the project. And
you didn't like Raging Bull, you said, right, Isaac? Isaac is on record as saying that he did not care for Raging Bull.
I didn't. I really didn't.
That's fucking ridiculous.
I will rewatch it.
No, you don't have to. You don't have. Listen, bro. Listen to me. Listen. This is one thing I will say, and I will stand up for it for anyone. You don't have to like shit.
No,
I
don't.
You don't have to like anything just because people like it. You don't.
But I will rewatch something.
Why? You don't have to give it a second look. If you listen, let me tell you something, nigga. If I watch, listen, there are movies. Listen, Isaac, you're always fucking sleepy and stupid. But if there was ever a movie that I saw once, right, and I said, not for me, I didn't like it, and then someone's like, yo, you gotta watch this shit again because actually, you know what I would say? No, fuck it. I already watched it once. It was trash. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck it. You don't have to like Raging Bull.
Yeah,
I like
know
it.
That.
I like it.
I know.
I really like it. I think it's a great movie. Especially the boxing scenes, all the blood and shit. We punch a dude and the fucking blood splurt out into the sky.
If you want to talk about blood, you talk
Shut up. All right. End of episode. It's over. I'm done. I'm not gonna keep putting myself through this. I don't have to spend my Saturdays like this. I don't have to. Good night. Good night, guys. Good night. All right. Bye, guys. Yeah, just to see how long he's gonna keep trying to do that bullshit. Wow. This is a guy. You know what? Thanks. No, I'm not. Because thank you. Just reminded me of what you made me forget earlier in the episode. This motherfucker said to me, I want to get the Joe Rogan deal. I said, Isaac, you're not worth $100 million. You're not. I said, not saying that you never can be worth that. But right now, your brand, your brand and your talent are nowhere near worth $100 million. Nigga, after this episode we just did, you might be worth about $20. Get a $20 Spotify deal. Fucking asshole. Nigga said $100 million deal. Ooh, $100 million for what? For you interrupting me? Wow, the way you interrupt the other guy is amazing.
The way you interrupt the other guy is amazing.
Especially when he's trying to drop a good one. Especially when he's trying to drop a jewel, goddamn gem, and you come in and ruin it.
You're a good ruiner.
Or when you're a great ruiner. Or already when he already said something funny and you tag on something so stupid, so dumb.
Or when you basically just steal anybody's other joke.
Yeah.
Adrian.
Yeah, I'm done.
This makes